They stand behind glass, silent, carved in stone, forged in bronze, etched with the fingerprints of civilizations long past. Thousands walk by them every day, unaware or unwilling to ask the one question that hangs in the air. How did these treasures get here? Let me take you on a journey not just across continents, but across time, power, and pain. This is not a tale of admiration. This is a story of theft and of voices still echoing, demanding justice. Once upon a time not so long ago, the world was divided by lines drawn not in ink, but in blood. Colonial powers carved up continents like spoils of war. Africa, Asia, the Middle East, the Americas. But they weren't just after land and gold. They wanted glory, the kind you could hang on a wall, lock in a glass case, or parade before an audience. Art, statues, masks, scrolls, sacred relics, things meant to stay where they were born, passed down through generations, suddenly vanished. Not lost, but taken. In 1897, in what is now Nigeria, the Kingdom of Benin was thriving, rich in artistry, spirituality, and political structure. Its royal palace was home to over 3,000 intricate bronze plaques, sculptures, and ivory carvings, works that told stories of kings, warriors, gods, and ancestors. Then the British came. Under the excuse of punishment, British soldiers invaded, burned the city to the ground, and plundered its legacy. Those bronzes? Today, they are not in Nigeria. They sit in the British Museum, the Ethnological Museum of Berlin, and the Metropolitan Museum of Art in New York. Displayed with pride, described as acquired, but never returned. And for over a century, Nigeria has asked, can we have them back? The answer? No. Now, travel with me to Egypt. It's the early 1800s. Napoleon's men uncover an unusual slab of black stone in the town of Rosetta. It held the key to decoding ancient Egyptian writing, the now famous Rosetta Stone. But Napoleon's campaign failed. And when the British defeated the French, they confiscated it as war booty. Not Egyptian property, not even French anymore, British. And for over 200 years, the Rosetta Stone has rested in the British Museum even as Egypt, again and again, politely demanded its return. Still silence. Greece has its own wound. High atop Athens stands the Parthenon, or what remains of it. In the early 1800s, British nobleman Lord Elgin stripped sculptures straight off the ancient temple. He claimed to have permission not from the Greeks, but from the occupying Ottomans. To the Greeks, it was like watching someone rob their mother's grave with a foreign ruler's blessing. Today, those marble statues known as the Elgin marbles rest in London. And Greece? Still waiting. Here's the heartbreaking truth. Many of the world's most prestigious museums are built on looted legacies. Their collections are not merely international, but colonial trophies, artifacts taken from weakened nations, oppressed peoples, and conquered empires. And when countries ask for their treasures back, they're often met with dismissals. We can protect them better. They're part of universal heritage now. Returning them would empty our museum. But whose heritage? Who gets to decide when a culture's story becomes a collection? Yet change is stirring. In 2022, Germany agreed to return dozens of Benin Bronzes. France repatriated 26 royal treasures to Benin. It's a start. A small light cracking through a long-closed door. But still, most artifacts remain where they were taken, far from home, far from the people who understand their soul. These aren't just objects. They're stories. And stolen stories deserve to go home. So here we are, walking through halls polished with silence, admiring the beauty of a mask, never asking who it once belonged to, snapping a selfie beside a statue, never hearing the language it once spoke. But history is watching, and the question remains, will we honor the truth or continue polishing the lie? If these stolen masterpieces could speak, they'd whisper of home, of ancestors, of temples, of palaces now reduced to memories. It's time we listened, and it's time we returned what was never ours to keep. If this story moved you, if you believe in justice, in truth, and in giving voice to the silenced, then you belong here. This is history in my skin, wearing history like a crown. subscribe, share, and tell us in the comments which masterpiece should be returned first and why.